earlier this year, Doctor Strange 2 came out, Multiverse of Madness. I really enjoy that film. I have friends who like absolutely hated it, but I thought it was a wonderful film. Really enjoyed it. That was our first time seeing like some horror elements in the MCU. Then of course, just before Halloween, Werewolf by Night came out, and that was a full-on sort of like horror short. But yeah, so why am I talking about Doctor Strange? Because I did a review for that. And in that review, I talked about, the cinema experience, about, waiting half an hour. And a prominent YouTuber commented on that video. And this YouTuber is called John Campier. And he is a movie YouTuber. And he's one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube. So before we go any further, let me show you John Campier in action.
We were talking a little bit earlier about Top Gun Maverick and all the wild success it has, from the unbelievable $1.4 billion at the box office to then cracking records on VOD and sales. And now it's going to be coming out on Paramount Plus. It's probably going to break all kind of Paramount Plus records for single day signups and stuff like that. Terrific. I told you guys 2 years ago, when I was at CinemaCon and they showed us the first 18 minutes of that movie. They showed us the first bit of the movie all the way up to after he crashes and he comes walking into the diner. They showed us all that, and I was stunned by how good it was. And you guys know I was buzzing about it ever since then. Then at this past CinemaCon, they showed us the full movie, and we came out and we told you guys this was incredible, except for Chris Carr. She was not so impressed with it, but that's fine. She was the only one, but all the rest of us absolutely loved it.
So John Campier is more than just a movie YouTuber. He is a podcaster, he's a blogger, he's a writer, and he's also a director. I also do a lot of those things as well. It was surreal. I was going to work, then a notification popped up. It was like, John Campier commented on your video. I could not believe it. Unreal. But yeah, so one of the reasons I started YouTubing is because there was a period of time where I was watching like John Campier like religiously, like every day. This program is sponsored by my book, Whiteboard, Black Pieces, Race in the West. What does it mean to be black in the Western world? To find out, click the Amazon link in the description down below. He has a daily show, and sometimes he does shows at the weekends, all about movies and whatnot. Then he does kind of like his spiel. Then for the second half of the show, he takes live questions from the audience. And I saw someone wrote a comment like, "Oh, John, you do YouTube and you do podcasts as well. Shout out to the tunjitalks podcast. If you can't watch the video version, check out the podcast." So this person's like, "Oh, how do you get started in this?" So John Campier was like, I made a video a couple years ago called how to get started on YouTube and blogging. So I went to that video, and he was really candid, open, and honest. He was like, you know what, to start YouTube, to start doing podcasts, all you need to do is you need a camera and a microphone. So the camera doesn't need to be expensive. Honestly, all you need is a HD webcam. Then in the video, like, he showed us the webcam he got and was like, look, just go on Amazon, get like a decent sort of webcam, starting from, they start from like what, £19, and they go up. So a decent webcam and decent mic. I've since upgraded my mic. If you go back to my earlier videos, I used like a sort of basic, just like microphone. Had a lot of issues with that, but I knew early on that this YouTube thing, this podcasting thing, wasn't just going to be a phase. I knew, I'll keep doing this. So that's one thing he mentioned in the video as well. The reason why he said, start off with a webcam or start off with a basic microphone is that, you might do a couple of videos, you might decide, oh, you know what, I don't really want to do this anymore. So if you find yourself in that position, then you won't feel as bad because you haven't spent like a considerable amount of money. So yeah, so wise words of wisdom from John Campion there. I've also done a similar video where I have shown my setup of how I make my videos. So you can also check that out on the YouTube channel. Yeah, so it was like a full circle moment when John Campion then commented on my video. So you know what? It's just about hard work and consistency. And if I hadn't been consistent, there's no way that John would have commented on my video. But also shout out to YouTube because they included a feature where you can tag someone. So I tagged him, and when I tagged John Campion, I didn't expect him to reply. But no, it was a pleasant surprise that it was a pleasant surprise that he actually replied. So you know what, it'll be cool. It'll actually be cool to like meet him one day. It'll actually be cool. But anyway, moving on.